everyone, it's me again. I'm Lena and I'm from the Healthcare Landscape Group. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my first DE, which is on the topic of my progress week 81. Now in this video, I'm going to be following my detailed plan, which follows the 5 main parts. The first part is what have I learned, following that is the goals that I've set for myself. Next is what have I improved this discussion in the meeting, and lastly, the works for next week. So let's get started on our first part, which is what have I learned. Well, last week I have learned about how to write an IELTS writing task 1, including its requirements, what does it require, the basic, its format, and yeah, things like that. That is the first thing that I have learned. The second thing that I have learned is I reviewed the key steps of becoming a pediatric nurse, part 1, in the main video. So those are the things that I have learned. The goals that I've set for myself. So the goals that I set for myself this week are based on Kennedy's feedback on my works. Firstly, I need to check the errors on the writing before sending it in, and I also have to reduce my usage of filler words in each of my video. Next is the improvements that I have made. Well, the improvements that I have made is sending in the instruction. I've sent in the instruction and feedback on time as well. And one significant improvement is I have followed my schedule, the new schedule for the summer, and I think that I followed it pretty well because I have a lot of free time and I achieved all my goals as well. So those are my improvements. The next part is the discussion in the meeting. Well, the discussion in the meeting focuses on 2 main parts. There's actually 3, but the 2 main parts is the math, the main, and the self-reflection. So the self-reflection, we just went over our goals, our challenges, what have we learned, and our improvements as well. Next is the math in healthcare. For this part, we went over the answers in our D3 as well as some questions that we have, suggestions for improvement, as well as the prerequisites of the writing and its format as well. I gave some suggestions for Kennedy on how she could improve her writing. So that is for the first part in the discussion. The second part, we had a discussion on the presentation. We had 2 presentations, one my presentation and Kennedy's presentation on how to be a healthcare worker, which Kennedy wants to be an orthodontist and I want to be a pediatric nurse. So we both had a presentation about how to be a pediatric nurse. She had a presentation on how to be an orthodontist. I gave some just overview of what we have learned in the past 10 weeks. And yeah, that is the discussion in this week's meeting. Lastly, we talked about the works next week. The works next week include 4 main works. The first one is the progress week 81. The second one and the second video, the second work, the second daily edition, and the main work is going to be on how to become a pediatric nurse, part 1. So in this video, in this part, in this work plan for the D2 and the main work, we need to talk about the main steps, not only summarizing, but adding some more details into our work and adding some more requirements or for what the exams require that we have to take and things like that. And the D3 hasn't sent in yet. So yeah, that is all of my works for all the things I have to say for this progress week 81. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you soon in the next meeting or the next video. Goodbye!